that, how to think about that, and how to put something like that together. Show of hands, how many people in here think that they have a 100% effective social media marketing plan? Okay? Yeah. And so, I don't know that there is such a thing. One of the things that we talk about with our clients is, hey, if you feel like you have this completely done and locked down, you're just not doing enough, right? Because there's always some better ways of doing it. There's always some ways of getting something more out of there. Our group, if you see the birthday signs out and things today, we started 2 years ago having these meetings. So this is basically maybe our 24th meeting or so, and we've been doing this for a couple of years now. There's over 950 people that have signed up for the group. We have about 70 or 80 people that come each time, sometimes upwards of 100. And it's the group's birthday, so it's Friday morning. Why don't we sing happy birthday real fast, all right? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, social media marketing group. Happy birthday to you. Thank you. I think some singing in the morning is a good way to start a day. Why not? So what we do in this group is we try and function a lot like a social media network where we've got 950 people. We get a percentage of those people engaging, and we have a conversation, and we go back and forth, and we really try and make these meetings less about a presentation or about, hey, what does John think about this or that or the other thing, but getting everybody's feedback and having that dynamic and having that conversation about what people have learned and what people do and how they approach all of this to share these ideas and get that out there. The group's open to anybody who wants to come, and we meet the third Friday of every month and have a conversation about different social media topics and things. I wanted to introduce some of the group coordinators. Andre and Candice are in the back. They're from Denver Dataman. Savannah and Amy and Annie are up front with Webolutions. Mike Hanberry's our Director of New Media Strategies at Webolutions, and I'm John Vahalik. I'm the owner of Webolutions. We've also got the South Metro Denver Chamber of Commerce, obviously. This is where we're sitting, and Dan is here from the Chamber. Dan, why don't you tell us what's happening with the Chamber these days? From Dale, and what he's putting out there for everybody in the group is if you've got someone that you would like to have a video testimonial from, he will go out and he will shoot that and he will edit that and get that for you, and for $99. So relatively inexpensive to do something like that. Stan?
You just did one for me. It's amazing. It's awesome.
Very good. Is that up on the samples?
That is not on the sample side of that.
Okay.
It's on a YouTube site, though.
Very good. If you go to the YouTube site.
It's on Stan's site, too.
Or ATA Family Martial Arts. Yes.
He did one for me, and I love it.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Good. Good. So $99.
And if you have a smartphone, you can scan that QR code on there. You can see some samples on there, too.
Right. So take advantage of that. It's a good deal, and Dale does great work. So when we get started, why are we all sitting here? We're sitting here because the world's changing. We're sitting here because people are marketing in different ways, and the things are adjusting and switching around very, very rapidly. And so how do we get a handle on these, and how do we do that effectively? We've now got complete transparency in our brands. If people want to say something about us, it's out there for the whole world to see forever, and that has an impact. We now have access to all the information in the world right in the palm of our hand, pretty much. And we can go look at that and we can pull it off. Apps are making things a lot faster and easier for us. So the way that people are consuming information is changing every single day. And I'm going to also say, and I want to have a little bit of conversation about this, the way that people are interacting is changing a lot today as well. We're all here and we see familiar faces and we talk and we say hi and we, how you doing and what's going on, and it's fun. But I'd like to have a little bit of conversation and say, how many people feel like their relationships, well, first of all, the definition of friendship. Very different, right? I've got this many friends on Facebook. Now, I've got people on there that I haven't talked to for 20, 30 years, right? Guy I'm friends with on there that I went to kindergarten with, right? You know, and friends, we don't pick up the phone, but we interact sometimes here and there. And so that's different than how we used to do it, where we had to pick and choose and say, you know what, I've got time for X number of close people in my life, and that's my sphere of influence in the world. A little bit of conversation. Who thinks that's good? Who thinks that's bad? Who, you know, what have you seen change in how you interact with people and friends and relationships and things? Yes?
I'm in the older part of that crowd that's adjusting to this. And I'm very much a face-to-face and voice-to-voice person. And it definitely affects my business in real estate. I am here to learn more and adapt more to social media marketing. And I have friends on Facebook and like that. But it's still a foreign thing to me. It is not my natural way of being at all.
Right. So who feels like they have more superficial relationships and friendships and less real ones?
Yeah, hey, the microphone is for the video, so that's not going to project. So if you want to stand up and introduce who you are and talk, it's a big room.
Go ahead and stand up for me. Thank you.
It used to be easier. Hi, I'm Richard Oppenheim, and I've been writing lately that the words friendship, relationship, and communication are verbs. And we have to follow them and take action, because otherwise the words have no meaning.
Very good. I love that take on that. Yeah, that's wonderful.
I'm Jennifer. Oops.
Jennifer, oops. No.
Can't get up. I'm Jennifer Peel, and I have 500, 600 friends on Facebook. I probably know 100 of them that I could say I know about their lives. But people will send me a friend request, and we have 62 mutual friends, so, well, I must know them. And then, so I friend them because, okay, I must know them since we have so many shared friends. But that was from 20 years ago from a high school in Michigan, and or from, you know, a social group that I'm involved in here. And then I don't really want their feeds.
Yeah.
So I'm overwhelmed by data, and I'm just so like, oh, here's this stuff, and here's this stuff, and here's this stuff. And my main thing is, what do I choose to interact with then?
Very good, right. How many people in here friend anybody who makes a request? Does anybody friend anybody that makes a request? What's your thought on that?
What's my thought?
Yeah, behind doing that.
Why not? Is my
Why
thought.
not? All right, fantastic. Who in here only... So there's all these different levels, right? So I take everybody is one way to go, and I'm building my network, and what the heck, right? You know, another way to go is, well, you know what? If I've met you before, if I kind of know you before, then I'll say yes. Another tact is, how many people do they know that I know? And that's how I kind of gauge it. I look and I say, okay, they know 60, or they know 20, or they know... You know, if they know 3 and I've never met them, and I go and I look and they have thousands of friends, I think they're just people that are out there grabbing as many friends as possible, and I don't need that. How do you guys make these decisions generally? Bill?
John, this isn't really my idea. Mike, I'd like to give the mic back to Jennifer. A couple of months ago, I saw Jennifer do something because so many people, when they meet you, you get home and they've immediately sent you a friend request. And Jennifer has an interesting strategy of how she makes that change between Facebook and LinkedIn. I'd like her to share that. I thought it was extraordinary.
Let's hope you remember what that strategy was.
All right, well, it was 2 months ago, but I got from a social media meetup several cards, and people immediately tried to friend me on Facebook. I sent them back a LinkedIn request, because Facebook is where I socially interact and might post pictures of my baby niece or my hiking trip from last weekend, and that isn't necessarily where I want my business colleague Bill to interact with me, so I would then send back a LinkedIn request instead so that I could be professionally linked to them and still interact with them, but not be socially linked. And do they really want to see pictures of my baby niece walking? You know, so I've chosen that LinkedIn is my professional network and Facebook is my social network.
Very good. And that's not unusual, although Maybe what I'm looking to do is say, I like this person, I want to know more about her, I want to see her baby niece walking. There's no clear-cut answer here. I'm just interested in the thoughts, Frank.
Brian Olson, Conversation Starters. I think what we're seeing examples of social media, and the best part about it is so uniquely customizable. You have a specific way and approach to using it that best meets your needs. You have a way that best meets your needs. One size fits all, but it doesn't fit all, if you can say that. Twitter, for me, that's my favorite. I use it as a tool to follow people that I'm interested in and I want to learn from. I have about 500 followers. I don't care who follows me. That's fine, but you can check. It's easy to find out, and how you want to socialize. And you got to be really careful because people will spam you. They'll get involved. The great thing about social media, everybody has access to it. The bad thing about social media is everybody has access to it.
Right.
So trust but verify, as President Reagan used to say.
So if your goal is to reach as many people as possible in your social media marketing strategy, then you like LinkedIn, you like Twitter. I may like Facebook. But if I want to build the biggest network possible, don't I have to kind of say, hey, I need to be playing in all of these different things and not making people choose. And that's one of the fundamentals that we talk about a lot. I'm sorry, I can't see your hand, but I just saw it go up over Dale's shoulder, so if I've been ignoring you. Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
It's okay. I just want to add one more thing to the customization, because yesterday Facebook just announced that they follow the Google Plus circle thing. So now if you have a list of your friends, they will put you into automatic groups. They are not doing, you don't need to put them into groups because they say they want to automatically do it. They'll follow the location, the information that you put on the profile and put you into like colleagues, same school, schoolmates and stuff. So that will make
I saw that change yesterday on your Facebook page, right?
Yeah, take advantage of it.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see how well Facebook classifies your friends for you.
And how they're making those decisions is based on Google Plus?
No, I think it's like following the competition because Google Plus, one of the advantages, they have the circles. You can put friends into different places. You don't want to send a status to everyone, then you can customize it. So now Facebook is following and they can do that also.
Wow. So now you're segmenting people and having to kind of figure out, gosh, what might I like to send to this? Or you have the ability to do that. And I guess that's good. And so a lot of different options with all of that. So, yeah.
Here you go, Brad.
Thanks. And I used to do that strategy with LinkedIn being business and Facebook being more personal. And then when you do a fan page for your business, then you got to rethink that again. So it kind of put a wrench in it. How do I, if I have a fan page, then how do I keep that separate? So,
depending on the size of your business.
That's right.
How do you keep your personal page and fan page?
We have two of them. You have your own personal page, and you have a fan page, but you still want to invite more people to work with you on your fan page. So it's a wrench.
Hi, Marty Coffee Celtique. We started our Facebook page as a business page, and people started friending us from all over the world that we met in Scotland at whiskey tastings. And then we're trying to, once we got the notification from Facebook that since you're a business, you need to kind of be converting it to a fan page and do likes. I'm still grappling with how to do that, how to divide all these people up, what to send to whom, how to get them into groups. And I don't want Facebook putting them in groups for me because I think that's something that you need to personally do yourself. And so I'm probably going to work at doing that. But does anybody have any input on how you divided up your, especially if you started as a business but friend page, how you got it moved over to be more of a business? Because I got people doing political stuff on there and playing the egg game and all this kind of other stuff that, I'm like oblivious to all of that. I just ignore it. But
Mike, you want to answer that?
Well, I think that's a great topic for a tips group. First of all, is how to go about that. Maybe I should. The real reason we have the mic is sometimes I like to break into karaoke spontaneously. So the question is not migration, but how to separate people out. First of all, I want to point out there's this term page gets used a lot. So when I have, you know, the Mike Hanberry's personal page there, where I put pictures out there so my mom in Texas